Welcome back to STL Live. I'm here with Mich Hancock and Steve Sommers from TEDx GatewayArch. We're talking about Bounce, which is coming up on December 10th. I want to kind of ask you, I feel like, you know, whenever you bring up TEDx, I mean, there's just a lot of buzz around it. It's a pretty sustainable buzz, I think. What do you think that what's so different about it in terms of the presentation of the talks and the idea that people have really sort of picked up on?
Well, I think what creates an everlasting format is that it's about innovation and it's about passion. So those two things are evergreen. You know, they're going to continue to exist. And what we do is we focus on the St. Louis version of what's going on in that space.
So everyone who's speaking pretty much has a St. Louis connection, and that's sort of what makes TEDx GatewayArch unique, is that correct?
Well, yeah, and we want to showcase St. Louis. We want to showcase our area. And I think what's really interesting about TED Talks is, you know, some people think that they talk about a motivational speaker and an inspirational speaker. That isn't what this is, but people become motivated and inspired because they are watching people that are talking about their passion and doing something about something that they know that, you know, I see a problem, I have a solution, I'm going to go make this happen.
And I think when we talked about it in the first segment too, the fact that they have to do it in this short span of time, it really like weeds out the sort of unnecessary, not that anything is really unnecessary in talking about how you've gotten to a certain point in your life or career.
There's plenty of unnecessary.
There is.
About talking about how you get to a point. There's plenty.
But it really, you get that message a lot clearer, and I think people receive it differently. I want to mention that you have sort of, this isn't just the 15 presentations. You have exhibitors as well as a youth innovators component. So why don't we talk more about that?
Right. So we have over the course of years developed a kind of best practices. We go to other TEDx's to see what they've been doing, and then we'll adopt and adapt to our own use. And so we've always had exhibitors, sort of the sideshow to the center. You know, it's like a circus of ideas, right? And so Tesla is always there. Oculus Rift will be there. HoloLens, which is an advanced Microsoft augmented reality technology, will be there. And then we bring in organizations like Better Together, kind of social communities, and then great food. We try to just make it a full experience.
Yeah, right.
And then, Mich, do you want to talk about the youth innovators who are going to be there as well?
Actually, I'm going to let Steve talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
kind of my baby.
his
Kind of my baby, yeah.
part, yeah.
So this is the first year we've done this, and we don't know of any other TEDx's that are doing this. But what we've put together is a method by which we can bring in up to 50 young innovators. So people who are coming from underserved communities that will have to go through a process of application. It's a fairly rigorous application process, which will weed out people who are not really passionate about it. And we see it as a value both to the people attending, because they'll have these youthful, creative minds there who otherwise couldn't afford to come. And then, you know, I think it will be a benefit to the youth who are coming to see what sort of things exist outside their otherwise possibly limited world.
And I have to ask, how did the two of you sort of come together to do this, to put this together, to really want to sort of inspire the St. Louis community?
Well, I know Steve's brother, Bob, and Bob contacted me one day and said, hey, my brother Steve is going to bring TED to St. Louis, and I was wondering if you'd be interested. I think you'd be really good at it. And I really did think I was going to faint. I've been a TED head for a long time. I absolutely adore and love it. And so Steve and I met, and we both had the same vision. We both kind of knew where we wanted it to go, and we just hit the ground running.
Yeah. And how many years ago was that?
4.
4 years. And here we are with your next big event, which is, this is the fourth one or the fifth?
This is the fourth large, what we would call a flagship event.
The fourth. All right, well, the flagship event, there it is. It's on the screen for you, Bounce. It's presented by TEDx GatewayArch. It's taking place Saturday, December 10th from 11 a.m., 6 p.m. You're going to get a lot, 15 presenters, 15 exhibitors roughly, and then a whole young innovators component as well who will be in attendance. It's taking place at the Skip at Chaminade. Again, for more information, you can go to TEDxGatewayArch.org. And thank you guys for being here. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
On 4 years and many, many more. And congratulations and good luck with the event.
Well, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All right, well, there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.